I don't want to be yelled at. I don't want to be harmed.
Go! So unless you faint, puke, or die, keep walking. Are you or not? I'm ready!
Yelling, screaming, that's good TV. And producers loved that. They were like, we want him to puke. We want the madness of it all.
I'm sick of just words. Talk. Shut just do it.
This documentary does not hold back. You really pull the curtain back on all things The Biggest Loser.
You know, all those stupid eating challenges and the extreme, like, runs.
Are they a depiction of real life, or was it just flat out cruel?
Yes to all of that. I mean, looking back now, I mean, yeah, a lot of that stuff was really cringy.
Bob Harper and Jillian Michaels, two trainers whose sometimes caustic antics and extreme exercise routines helped 382 people lose more than 34,000 pounds over The Biggest Loser's 18 seasons on the air. But there was a dark side behind these inspiring body transformations: fat shaming, allegations of unsafe pill popping, grueling workouts, sometimes lasting up to 8 hours a day.
My organs were literally shutting down.
I think there's a bit of PTSD for me. And was I a failure?
You've got to have the drama. You've got to have those big moments.
You get your life back in this house.
You know, it was crazy TV. It was crazy TV. Why would you have a show where trainers screamed and yelled at somebody? Why would you have a show where you would let people throw up? There were a lot of things that were done that weren't logical from a medical standpoint.
The 3-episode docuseries, Fit for TV, The Reality of The Biggest Loser, out now on Netflix, features new interviews with the show's former medical advisor, trainer, contestants, EPs, and host. Seemingly everyone participated except for...
Push him!
Jillian Michaels declined to participate in this documentary. Why do you think that is?
I'll leave that to you. I think it speaks for itself. I'm very proud of everything that I did, and I wanted to be in the documentary and talk about what I did. Somebody that's not willing to talk about what they did or their philosophy or what some of the results of some of the things they did, I think that speaks volumes.
You're wrong, and you've been wrong your whole life.
What the Joel? Every single time at 20 seconds. Every time. What is it? What is it? Tell me what it is.
I am trying to give you...
No, you're not.
That little country bumpkin of a man berates me in such a way I've never seen on the show before.
The TV producers were very happy.
I've never seen someone get abused like that. You, Bob Harper.
I'm not going to take from a lot of people.
Besides enduring mental anguish, some contestants claimed they were advised to use drugs like diuretics and went on starvation diets.
The last 10 days, I didn't put any food in my body. And they said, Ryan, there's blood in your urine, which is obviously means you're so dehydrated.
Lots of allegations against the show about drug use and encouraging these unsafe practices to shed pounds.
It was and the thing that I will go back to all the time is when you are dealing with weight loss, it is such a not only a touchy subject, but it's just challenging because people have such strong opinions.
800-calorie diets.
Wait, stop right there. There were no 800-calorie diets. I specifically told them the women we were at plus or minus 1,200, and the men we were at plus or minus 15 to 18 to 2,100. They were given very clear instructions on how much to eat, and they made a decision what they wanted to do.
I remember there were times where I was just like, listen, you guys, the body needs to recover. The body needs to rest. You know, these people, they were adults. They wanted to be on the show. They did whatever they could to get on the show, and there were times where there was just no talking to them because they were like, okay, you know what? I think I know what to do. And I'm like, okay.
Let's give Rachel some love. Get out here, Rachel!
she had lost so much weight. It was just so shocking, and it was just that moment when I remember thinking, wow.
Do you think that Rachel's dramatic transformation had anything to do with the ending of the show?
I really don't think so.
I'm gonna embrace being me.
I don't really think she was quite as far off as the internet would have you believe. So yes, it was extreme, but these are the extremes we do when you get drafted in the Army. These are the extremes you do when you're playing professional sports. No one knew whether a couch potato, morbidly obese person could do that, and that was the big jump. Well, the big mistakes was having a winning system that encouraged dehydration, a winning system that encouraged muscle loss, a winning system that encouraged cheating.
A lot of uproar about the caffeine pills. Where do you stand on all of that? Were they allowed as part of the curriculum, if you will, of this show?
I have a very strong stance here. I made sure that the producers, in the rules that every contestant signed off at and the trainers signed off, no caffeine pills were allowed. It was very clear that when pills were given by certain individuals to the contestants, that was an egregious breach of the show's rules.
A caffeine supplement is significantly healthier than unlimited amounts of coffee.
Jillian was winning all the time, and I was just like, you know what? I'm here to just like help them as much as I possibly can.
You had no idea that that was going on?
No, I had no idea.
Is there a message that you'd like to send to Jillian if she's watching?
Gosh, you know, we didn't talk for any of the last 16 seasons.
You didn't speak despite working together on the same show.
That's correct. What I would say to her is I think you need to learn better communication skills.
I didn't know that they didn't speak all that time. That's news to me. I've talked to her in many, many years. I mean, it's been, God, more than 10 years, I guess.
And do you have a message for her if she happens to see this?
Have fun watching it.
I didn't have a relationship with Jillian, but I had a good relationship with Bob. He was willing to discuss things out and to compromise and, you know, was looking for some help, wasn't thinking that he knew everything.
I never had a conflict with any of the therapists, with any of the doctors.
Just open your eyes. Squeeze his hand. She's not responding.
I mean, did you ever feel like, I don't know if this is safe?
A lot of times, the trainers weren't even a part of those challenges, so that was all producers.
Were there things going on that no one wanted to run by you?
Well, yeah, I mean, we were never a part of those challenges.
Some of these challenges were happening without your knowledge.
One of my expertise, I used to be the physician for the Los Angeles Raiders, and so one of my expertise is understanding what happens when you get really hot and you're exercising. And we had a contestant, after running a mile challenge, had malignant hyperthermia.
Is this Tracy on the beach?
That's Tracy on the beach. And then that malignant hyperthermia, that's something that I'm trained to recognize early and to give specific treatment for.
I don't remember a lot. I saw darkness, but then I saw light. I knew I died that day.
People that don't have an understanding of sports medicine in the heat or the increased risk of people that are morbidly overweight didn't fully understand the true risks.
Sounds like a challenge that maybe a doctor should have been present for.
Probably.
I never, ever, ever felt that Jillian was ever looking to do something that would ever harm the contestants.
I have to take some of the responsibility for that because I guess if I protested louder, I should have maybe quit the show. And you know, and I was torn every year.
I was gonna say, did you ever actually consider quitting the show?
I told them every year I was gonna quit unless A, B, C, and D were done, and they would go back and forth and back and forth.
What ultimately kept you around?
Seeing the people at the end of the show crying that I've never felt this good, I've never looked this good, and hoping that we could get them into a system when they left the show that could you know, perpetuate this approach.
But another big criticism, a lack of post-show follow-through, with many contestants gaining back weight.
I won The Biggest Loser. I knew everything. Apparently not, because here I am.
Did The Biggest Loser hurt or harm the contestants' metabolisms?
I think that if it harmed it, it was by a fraction of what was said. The show could have done way better in teaching healthy lifestyles. I think we got a habit pattern going, and so the people that got addicted to exercise did very, very well. But you need a lot of support, and we didn't do that. And you know, shame on us for not taking some of the profits of this show and trying to help these 382 people.
It's going to be a part of your life forever. Your body is just going to be fighting you tooth and nail every single day when it comes to this. And you know, it makes me sad.
Despite the pitfalls, there are plenty of success stories, which the docuseries also highlights.
I'm so proud of being able to be a part of this show. I really do believe that we helped a lot of people.
I think the proof is in the pudding. Number one, the weight loss we achieved, and number two, the fact that although we did have our share of orthopedic injuries, everybody finished the show, everybody lost a massive amount of weight, and there was nobody that had any continuing injuries at the end of the show.